Okay, we have a small group right now, and I forgot to hit record. And Michelle has already shared her celebrations, but she encouraged me to go ahead and get the recording going. So we're going to start by breathing together 3 times. And as we breathe in through the nose, we're going to think the words I am. And as we breathe out through the mouth, think the word consciousness. 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, consciousness. Just rest here for a moment in this beautiful space of infinite divine grace. You can feel how very deeply loved and valued you are. The divine is so very pleased with you, so proud of you, and how you are living as your full, authentic self, your divine self. Take another deep breath in. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back into the room. How can it get even better than this? Get to hang out with you guys. That's how it gets better.
That too.
All right, Georgie, I think we're celebrating you. What can we help you celebrate?
I'm like Michelle, I was at the wake yesterday, and as I'm writing down my notes for today, my wins, she put us into a mood, yeah, where like she told us, yeah, commit to whatever makes you sing, commit to it and feel it. And I felt it, and I was high yesterday. And as I'm writing it down, I'm high again. And like I also watched Mind Valley, the Superhuman. And one of the things they said is, we all make these promises to ourselves that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then we're off the promises the first week. Well, it's been 2 weeks. I'm still on there because he told us, yeah, keep your promises small, keep them doable. And so I'm doing it. I take a shower anyway, but in the winter, I don't really like to take the cold shower.
Mhm.
So so for me, yeah, I'm in the shower anyway, and so I'm gonna take. I'm doing 4 minutes of cold shower, and I ate my raw first thing in the morning. As I'm and really, yeah, what she also says, yeah, you have to feel it, and I'm feeling it, and it makes me feel so good. So anyway, just being there, like also uh, Elaine, like every day I say to myself, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, I am so blessed. It makes a difference. These are not just words.
Yeah,
What?
I know.
Already?
I know. You have so much to celebrate, Georgie. You just could keep
Always.
going.
All right. Anyway, these are just words, but they make me feel good. And it's a win to be here, and it's a win. You know what? I haven't. I dropped John Newton. I'm not taking a year of miracles. All the wisdom is right here in our family life.
Mm.
That is so true. How can it get even better than this? And
Yeah.
it's so good to see you. In fact, your energy was so good, you pulled Lisbeth right in.
Hmm.
You manifested Lisbeth. But
Cool.
we are going to celebrate Peggy. Peggy, I love that blue on you. That's really pretty. That
Thank you.
royal blue.
It's my very favorite winter robe.
Ah, it's
Mhm.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Abundant.
So, yes, 2.0 last night was really a high.
Mm.
And I don't know if it was just my perception or if she was extraordinarily on fire, but it was awesome. Or at least I felt it was awesome. And one of the lovely things that I saw in my vision yesterday or the day before was a great green expanse, like of green grass in front of me, just going into infinity, symbolizing that this was my road of grace and ease in moving to Florida. So I loved seeing that. And I found somebody to take my last big Thanksgiving cactus. So I'm pleased that it will have a
Mhm.
good home. There are just a lot of, it's just hard to move plants a long ways. And my son told me how to attach photographs using Google,
Mhm.
where they go to the cloud or something, and I can find them and send them to people, like the phone and the computer interacting. And I think what I feel like, and I know this can't be true, is that I'm probably the last grown up that's figuring, being told how to do this.
Mm-mm.
Duh. And
No.
anyway, so I'm pleased at least and I figured I remembered it, went back and looked at it today, and am having a fun time being more selective with books I've read. I reserved them at the library, and I went in to pick up the ones I'd reserved, and I said, I don't want any of these done. And so going with things that are more gentle, and that feels good.
Yeah. How can it
So
get even better than this? You're being so kind to yourself, so generous with yourself. And I
oh,
love your vision. Yes. What?
my vacuum is fixed. It will lay on the floor. I can vacuum, and I'm showing the house is being shown again tomorrow.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
great. Yeah, Elizabeth said maybe the green expanse means you're going to live alongside a golf course in Florida.
I've done that.
Oh, there you go.
Not a big deal.
You can
Lisbeth.
do it. You can do it again. And Peggy, I don't know anybody that handles technology as easily and gracefully as you.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
Own your
Thank you.
power.
Thank
Acknowledge your
you.
power.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And at the perfect time, you're shown exactly what you need to know. And your energy was so good, you brought Julie in. That's great.
And and that's the motto for today,
Yeah,
Elaine.
Own your power.
that's right. That's right. Lisbeth, could you unmute so we can celebrate you?
Sure. I was also going to say that that green expanse reminds me of a meditation, a channeled meditation I used to do, where you're going to the house of hope and dreams or something like that. And before you get there, there's this huge green expanse that seems to go on forever. So see if that resonates more, more than the golf course. Um, For me, the wins are primarily self-care, and recuperation, because since Christmas I've had at least 3 bouts where had this like really horrendous, it's like really bad sinus infection, really bad ear infection, and really bad migraine kind of thing, like
Oh.
all at once. And yeah, I mean, the last one was a couple of days ago, and I literally, I felt like checking out. I was in so much pain for so many hours. Um, and everything I was throwing at it was not really budging it, but sleep when I could sleep seemed to help. In addition to the golden seal and the zinc and the angels and the everything. So, but I'm celebrating that each time. Yeah. Each time it was just one day pretty much. It was like 24 hours, but one day. I guess the other thing, and it feels like so little, but that I'm trying to support people I know in California with calming techniques and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, prayers and angels and whatever I can do. Um, and along those lines, I was just going to ask. I know I got here late, but do we have any news on Kelly and Tana?
No specific news, but I have been texting back and forth with them periodically, and they're all doing okay.
Thank God.
And
They're
they're in
all,
their homes.
I believe they are all in their homes. I know
Thank
that
God.
Tana evacuated for one day, but then
Yeah,
was able to go back to her home. And
yeah.
she hasn't indicated that she evacuated a second time. So I'm quite sure they're doing okay.
Okay, because
I
I
know
know.
Kelly right now is with a daughter in Temecula, and I guess maybe extended family, her son and his family might be with them because the air quality is so bad. And
Right.
I got to see Ruthie last night.
Okay.
She was at my intention group, and she's doing okay. They have
Okay.
a number of folks who are refugees who've lost their homes who are actually staying at that complex where Ruthie is. They
Oh,
have a few
okay.
extra rooms and they're putting people up to try to
Nice.
help folks out. So, yeah, it's
Okay.
very interesting how people come together when there's a challenge like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was asking what's the point of this horrible fire and all the devastation there? And the message I got back was, well, there's either polarity or there's positive support for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a natural disaster, you tend to drop the polarity and
Yeah.
focus on how you can help each other.
Right.
So
Come together.
it's unfortunate that things have to get to that level before we start helping each other.
Exactly.
But we've got more to celebrate because we get to celebrate Julie. Could you unmute and let us know what's been going on in your world, Julie?
Oh, hello, everyone. I love you all so much. I know there's so much going on in the world, and I'm just so grateful to be alive, to be, supportive. There have been many opportunities this week where I could be supportive to, loved ones, and especially my family. And um, I I'm just so grateful that I can come to this moment with gratitude, with support, with all kinds of love, and just like my heart is expanding. And I don't think I've ever experienced it to this extent. And so it's like I don't know. I'm just full of gratitude, love and gratitude. That's all I can think of. And well, guess what? My sciatica opportunity is dissipating, and I feel better than ever today. Oh my God. And I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm just grateful that I'm experiencing a much, much better level of comfort, ease, and I can actually focus on something else other than this pain. And so I'm just like, I don't know. The win for me this week was to set some clear boundaries. And it came with a lot of awareness and just self-care. I need to set boundaries to take care of myself.
Yep.
And yes, I have a big heart for other people, and but there's also taking care of myself. And so um, I've been going to bed extra early. I've been just taking care of my nutrition. I've been taking care of um, just my mental fatigue. And I don't know, it feels strangely um, like very loving and accepting of where I am now. And it's okay.
That's
That's what I'm
so
going to say. It's
great.
all okay.
That is so great, Julie. I'm so
Awesome.
happy for you. How can it get even better than this? And I love what you said about you're just enjoying the fact that you can be there to support others and you feel this deep sense of love that for them, and also that you get to be there with love, that you get to be gratitude, that you get to be that divine energy in the space, holding space for everybody else to be whole and healed and perfect, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's so interesting that as you are in that space and you are being that space for others, look what happened for you. You were
Yeah.
healed,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it's less gimme, gimme, gimme. It's more, I'm here for everyone else. And boy, do I ever receive.
Oh, oh, yes. And I know
Interesting
you
how that
always
shows
say
up.
it's for everyone,
Yeah.
it's the intention is for everyone, but I never felt it to such an extent as I did this week. I thought, oh, and to receive it, that's a huge blessing, is to be just open to receive it. So thank you. Thank you, Elaine.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Really.
Oh,
It's wonderful.
so fabulous. Well, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed that I get to be with you guys and we get to celebrate again. I love hanging out with spiritual masters. You guys rock my world. I had an amazing week, really did. I got to do a fun interview on somebody else's show. It went really well. I did another coaching call with my client, and that went great. She's ecstatic, and I got a rave review from her that I'll be able to use. My website is looking better and better. I had my web guy add a whole page of all the different interviews I've done on different shows. So anybody who wants to see if I have any experience being interviewed, they can check it out, and that went great. My excuse me, my talk that I call Divine Duality is almost there, almost done. Yay! And I'm going to need to practice. So if there are any like victim volunteers who would like to see me do my talk, I'll let you guys know next week, and I'll have you sign up to participate because that would be really fun. And another thing I am super stoked about, I mentioned to a few of you earlier, I got to speak with Carla Ortega, who is a Yes to Success alumni. I met her and we were in a little breakout room, and I mentioned that I had my book and I wanted to translate it into Spanish. Well, she lives in Colombia in South America, and she's a native Spanish speaker. And she said, well, I'd love to translate your book for you. So she has been working on my book, and she's like, it's a little challenging because you use a lot of expressions and colloquialisms. And so I've had to go through dictionaries and all these different resources trying to find the right combinations of words and stuff. And she's meticulous as a copy editor. And she found some mistakes with commas and parentheses, you name it. She just really did an amazing job. And I got a chance to spend some high quality time with her, blown away by the work that she's done, really. And then I wanted to do something for her. And she's been having some health opportunities. And so we did an intention just for her and got to record it and got lots of information for her. And so that was just really, really spectacular. It was really fun. So that is me. How can it get even better than this? Well, it was such good energy. I got two more in the door, Carolyn and Archana. Cool. Well, Archana is here now. I just finished celebrating what's going on for me. So you're hot off the presses and everybody else is gone. Would you like to go next, Archana?
I'm sure. Sorry, I'm here in the
Great.
dark here a little bit, but sorry I missed your check-ins. Good to see you all. Yeah, for me, what am I celebrating? Well, I had a nice Indian Harvest Festival with my family over the weekend. Got to play with the grandnieces. Also got to see my son last night, which was really nice. The simple things in life. I've been enjoying organizing and putting away all the Christmas fairies and ornaments and just sort of putting them in their rightful places. Just saying bye to the beautiful balsam fir that graced us this year. Um, and, I'm just creating more space in the house for more creativity. And I have been working a lot. I have so many people that are coming my way. As soon as I open up any hours, it just gets completely filled up. So I just really I'm envisioning doing more writing and oh, I've also been doing a lot of visioning. Thank you for reminding me. I've been doing a lot of visioning with an action partner and with some visioning groups and some visioning um, aspects, which are really fantastic. So I feel like things are just opening up in that way as well. And sending a lot of prayers and other things to my friends in California who are dealing with things. So that's what's happening here.
That's great. Archana, congratulations. How can it get even better than this? You are in a creative zone. I just hear it bubbling forth
Yeah,
from you.
it's
Very
good.
exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
That is great. Wow. And we've got Carolyn too. Carolyn, it's great to see you. What can we help you celebrate?
Ah, my goodness, thank you. Wonder to be here. That I made it through the week was it was yay. It was one of those weeks. So and there is a lot to celebrate because I'm navigating with my dear friend who is struggling with cancer badly. And I'm learning a new way of compassion, I feel like. So and it's difficult, it's hard. And I also finally got my grandkids who live in Australia. It wasn't until last week that we finally got the great Christmas box out. And then my youngest grandson, who has my birthday, we were born on the same day, and so his finally went out this week, so he'll get it by February when so it's happening. So there were, it was kind of like, I guess I'm really grateful for that. I've had this stuff bubbling and then things sort of feeling like they leveled off, went down. So being able to ride that wave, which is life, it's just what it is. So I've been riding life this week and I think I'm doing okay, but I'm grateful to be here.
We're grateful to have you here, Carolyn. How can it get even better than this? I loved what you were saying about it because, yeah, life happens. It's
Yes.
constantly throwing us curveballs. And I know I've used this analogy before. I love my Weeble. I keep my Weeble handy because
Oh,
it's
I
a
love
baby's
it.
toy. It's got a round bottom and it's for babies to kind of learn about spatial awareness. And we are all
Yeah.
Weebles, you know?
Yes,
Sometimes we're
yes.
in alignment and then the divine deliberately throws us out of alignment.
True.
We get crap thrown at us so that we will wobble. And then we go, oh, I'm not in alignment. This doesn't feel so hot. And we have tools and tips and things that we do to get back in alignment, like our 3 deep breaths. I am consciousness. Great way to get back in alignment. And something else happens and we get out of alignment and then we get back in alignment. It's not that we go out of alignment that is a problem or awareness that we're out of alignment. That's not a problem. That is an opportunity. We are deliberately thrown out of alignment so that we have the opportunity to come back into alignment. And every time we do that, we expand the divine.
Yes.
This is how that works. So if you never went out of alignment, you wouldn't expand the divine. So there's no point in like beating yourself up that life kind of does this. That's lifing. You're surfing the wave of life and you're doing a great job. So kudos, congratulations. Whew. Wow. Well, we are all set to hold intentions,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I
I
know
can't
we
wait.
already went through a bunch of folks. So, Michelle, you are first up. What would you like some energy around?
I was just sitting here thinking about that. Um, Elaine, you throw it out there for me. I think you know more than I know because I can't see what everything you can see. How's that? Fair?
No problem. Happy to support you.
Thank you.
In love and light, we hold the intention that Michelle is aware that she embodies divinity with every thought, word, and action. She celebrates who she is. She loves who she is as she is in perpetual expansion of infinite divine love. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. Ooh, lots of energy around that, Michelle.
Thank you.
I didn't
Thank
know
you.
that's
Thank
where
you.
it was going to go, but that's what came through. And that was the message I think we all needed to hear. And especially since we were talking at the, oh, here's Kelly. We were talking at the very
Please.
beginning about how um, we get an opportunity to acknowledge our power instead of denying our power.
Right.
And yeah, that's amazing. Kelly's here! Yay!
I'm so
Yay!
excited to be here. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Oh, hey, we'll take you any way we can get you.
You're
That's
so
We
kind. Thank you.
we just started doing intentions, and now that you're here, could we possibly get an update on how you're doing and what can we help you celebrate?
Well, the first thing that you can help me celebrate is the generosity of humanity. I am late because I went to church for a couple hours today to help organize and sort through the donations, and I just came dashing from there now.
Mm,
4.5 hours
mm,
later, that's how much stuff was there. It was like, I
mm.
don't want any more women's clothes. I don't have room. A wonderful problem to have, right? But you wouldn't have
Mhm.
believed the things, bags full of brand new clothes with tags still on them. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then while I was there, my son texted to let me know that Monday they're going to start doing the roof on the front house. And I'm so excited. We've been waiting for about 2 months to get on their calendar. So
Great.
hey, hopefully there, I mean, I want there to be rain, but now I want that done. So I'm just very, very, very grateful to be here, to be surrounded by people I love and who love me. And it's the outpouring of people checking in on me has been remarkable, simply remarkable. And I mean, yeah, people wide and far, although one of my sisters couldn't be bothered to because if there was anything wrong, she'd have heard about it.
Ooh.
But we're all different and you spot it, you got it. So she's teaching me lots of lessons. And I'm just really, really grateful to be safe and have my home and my health. And I did go over to Temecula for a few days to my daughter's just to get out of the air. It looks beautiful. So people aren't wearing their masks and they really need to wear their masks. So that will be my intention for today is that people are wise and take good care.
Mm.
So thank you. Thank you for
Oh,
watching. I'm sorry I missed all your celebrations. Darn it.
So happy you're here. I am recording, so if you have a chance to go back and watch the recording, you'll get to hear everybody's celebrations.
Great.
And we are so grateful and happy and delighted that you're safe and you're sound. I was hoping to do an intention for Mena because last I spoke with her, she was under the weather, so was her husband, and she's supposed to go to Wales this week, I think. And
Wow.
so she was concerned about being able to make the trip, and she especially wants to see her sister who's been having some health issues, and then also to do an intention to support everyone in Los Angeles. So let's start with
Well,
Mena.
I will tell you one more little update is
Yeah,
I did
please.
hear from Tana
Yeah,
and they evacuated for one night, but then they got to go back home. So as far
right.
as I know, they're all good. Yeah.
Good. And I spoke with Ruthie last night, and she's doing fine.
Thank God.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
God. Yeah.
yeah,
And
huge relief.
gratefully today, the fire that's closest to me is almost 50%. It's 46% contained. Finally, a week later. Yeah. Yeah, the Palisades is still not doing that well. But the Lake Shrine, Yogananda's Lake Shrine, which is right there in Pacific Palisades, so far is safe.
Thank God.
Wow, isn't that
Yay.
interesting?
Hmm.
Very interesting.
Very great.
Yeah. All right, so let's hold an intention for Mena and her husband and her family. In love and light, we hold the intention that Mena, her husband, her family are all healthy, vibrantly healthy and well, that they enjoy a safe, easy, fast trip back to Wales and get to celebrate life once again with family and friends. In deepest gratitude, thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. Ah, I saw lots of angels accompanying them on their travel. All right, we've got Arlene coming in.
Yay.
Hi, Arlene. Everybody's had a
Hi.
chance to celebrate, and we just
Oh,
started
okay.
doing intentions. So I'll give you a chance to think up some of the things you want to celebrate. We're going to hold an intention for everyone in Los Angeles, most especially our beloved Yes to Success family members like Kelly, Ruthie, and Tana. And there are others there as well, I know.
Yeah.
So in love and light, we hold the intention that everyone involved in Los Angeles, they are either directly impacted or indirectly impacted. They have loved ones there, they have friends there, that they are immediately surrounded by infinite divine grace and love, that they feel safe and cherished, that they easily receive the resources they need, and they take proactive measures to ensure their own health and well being. In deepest gratitude, thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is.
Along the lines of that proactive part, I just wanted to share some things that Anthony Williams mentioned. Supplement wise, glutathione is, he mentioned these specifically for LA and the smoke and everything. Good quality glutathione, vitamin C, zinc, B12, and there's one more, propolis. Um, really, really important, especially like the glutathione and the B12 for detox and things like that. He also mentioned that if you have to go out in the air, because so many different things are burning and have burnt, and there's all this chemical fallout, to actually take like a dish towel and dunk it in water, rinse it out really well. So it's not dripping, but it's fully damp, every part of it. And then kind of hold it between your hands and make like a little cup so that it's not flat across. So there's a little breathing area, and then put it up to your face that way to go out, because it will trap some of the particulates.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference. We had really bad fires here in my area a while ago, a couple of years ago. And Kelly's asking if you can write those supplements in the chat for her. I actually have one of these ionic things that pulls particles out of the air, and it works. It's amazing how well it works. And it made a huge difference when we were in all the smoke. So, yeah, if you have something like that, I highly recommend it. All right, Dorji, it's time for your mega intention. You always have such fabulous intentions. What can we support you with?
In love and light, we hold the intention that we release all which does not serve us for our highest good and welcome in divine blessings without trying to control them. And we follow divine guidance in all our actions and vibrate infinite love, light, joy, health, and abundance for the highest good of all. Thank you, divine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. I love that, Dorji. That was really, really powerful. So nice. Whew.
I'm still high from yesterday.
Yes, you are. I can tell. Wow. All right, Peggy, could you unmute? We'd love to find out what your intention is and send you some good energy.
In love and light, let me be guided with grace and ease by the divine across the expanse of green carpet, following guidance and my intuition for my highest good in creating my next big adventure. Thank you, divine. It is done.
we give thanks, and so it is. Ah, so beautiful, Peggy. Thank you for that. I think we all want that reminder that we do have that inner guidance. We are guided. And so, yeah, tuning into that, following
Thank you.
that. Go ahead,
Go
Lisa.
Go ahead. Just because it reminds me still of that meditation where the expanse is before the house of hope and dreams, I really kept getting that it's for you to tell the universe what you want, like really specifically. Like, yes, you can still be of service to everyone, but give the universe some specifics of what you want.
Thank you.
It really kept coming through.
Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Sure.
That's great and a wonderful reminder and perfect timing because Lisbeth gets to go next.
Okay. I wanted to mention two other wins that I just thought of. One was that Tom's already he's been writing haiku poetry since at least one a day, sometimes like 10 a day, since like 2003 or something. And he's also been like submitting for some anthologies, and he's been published in some, but he just got accepted for two more in the past couple of weeks. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I love that. I think he's very talented with words. Also, I had this session. It was supposed to be like a big group call with this woo energy guy about some woo devices that he's created. And there were only like 3 of us that showed up. And I was like, oh gosh, this is awkward. But he was like, well, you can ask me anything. And I'm thinking, I don't really have questions, but I don't want this opportunity to get away. So I finally said something about my legs. And he said, you have a glass of water? And he had me go get a glass of water. And basically, had me like kind of bless it or feel the energy going into it and then drink it. And then he asked me where in my body I felt it, which was in my neck. And he said, that's where the blockage is. Yeah. He said, it's never where the problem is. And and I swear since then, the pain has been so much better. The itch has been intense at times. But in general, like the pain has been so much better. And he said, I forget what he said, 24 to 72 hours, whatever. But I thought that was kind of wild.
That's cool, though. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Makes me
I
want to go
know.
get a glass of water and start blessing it.
Yeah. I always bless my water when I drink it because another healer I know said, and I always do this, I go, yes, I am healthier and wealthier now. You speak into the top and then you speak to the side of the glass. And then you say, thank you, I love you. Thank you, I love you. So I do that all the time, but this was a little different. So anyway, my intentions, I will say it in love and light in a second, but one of the things I think I'd like to offer for a friend of mine and her kids in the LA area is to do a little bit of storytelling for her kids with some calming techniques. And Kelly, I was going to say, I don't know if any of your grandkids might be interested in hopping on. It would just be like a free thing, just like a story and a little bit of energy medicine. So I would love for that to go well, but I will just go with the regular intention now. In love and light, thank you for immense and perhaps magical healing for us and all of our family members and loved ones, including for those in LA County, especially those who've lost homes, getting their souls back in their bodies. and for the perfect right people and resources to be available. All of this, especially for Tom with his oral care opportunities, and for me, and for abundance for all of us in all forms with grace and ease. Thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you.
Oh, so beautiful, Elizabeth. Thank you for bringing that in. It was really, really magical.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Julie, I bet you'd like some good energy.
Oh, yes, I'm so ready for it. Oh my goodness, I feel so blessed. And I have so many ideas or inspiration lately about my creativity coming forth and allowing it and blessing uh, everyone near and dear to me. I don't know how to put this in words, but just to allow my creativity come through in my painting and to begin that journey. I don't for healing and expression. I don't know. Elaine, can you help me with that?
Sure,
I don't know.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
In love and light, we hold the intention that Julie welcomes her divine creativity to flow through her. And that joyous energy is so healing and nourishing and replenishing and uplifting and vibrating.
Yes.
It brings to her more love and blessings and abundance and joy than she could ever imagine. And that ripples out through to everyone she knows, everyone she's related to, everyone throughout the planet. Julie is a beacon of beautiful divine love and creativity. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. Ah, that was really good, Julie.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
That creative energy really wants to be expressed through you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. Ah,
Right.
so uplifting, so amazing. Wow. Well, Archana, we are on a roll. I bet you're all set for some good energy yourself. How about you unmute? Let us know what you'd like.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I do know that all the intentions so far have just been so beautiful, including the creativity and the love for everybody, in LA and health and wellness. So I'm going to take all of those. So we don't have to intend for that, but I'll take them. In the highest love and light, I see and know in perfect divine timing that my son Anand has the perfect job lined up coming his way right now as he goes into second and third and fourth interviews with many beautiful organizations, and the right situation for him where he travels or does not travel to the perfect place where he can stay in Chicago if that's what he wants to do and work remotely or be here working, just really finding the highest dharma, purpose, possibility, using his creativity and his talents. I see and know that in the highest order, in the highest good, in your perfect universal timing, that Anand has the perfect job situation with creativity and love and joy coming his way. And it is his right now. And for this, I am so grateful.
We give thanks, and so it is. Yeah, that was really beautiful. I totally see him having that experience. And it's great if Anand will feel that energy of having the perfect job, of doing something that he really enjoys, that excites and delights him. He feels like he's making a meaningful difference for others, and his contribution is valued, it's recognized and valued. And just getting into that energy and holding that space really sets him up to be a magnet for that kind of an experience. So I encourage him to do some meditation, do some visualization, and all he's visualizing is the energy of that, the feeling of that.
Yeah, that
I,
sounds beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone.
I
Yeah,
got that exact same thing, that he needs to up his energy, his vibration. And the more he can up it and hold that, then more beautiful opportunities will come in.
Yeah, they are. They are coming already. So thank you. Yes, beautiful.
good.
Thank you.
That is great. Now, Lisbeth, you had something that you can share with us, a Donna Eden calming technique.
Yeah, it's really, really simple, this one. All you do is you put one hand on your forehead, across your forehead, and the other hand on the back of your head, like behind your eyes. So not the base of your neck, just the back of your head, sort of behind your eyes, and just hold it. A variation of this, if I'm remembering correctly, is if you see someone having an epileptic seizure, you can, if you're allowed to, put your one hand on the forehead like this and the other hand at the base of their neck. And she's had experiences with people actually coming out of their seizure, their epileptic seizure.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
Easy one.
Yeah. And straw breath is another one where you breathe in through your nose, deep, slow breath, and breathe out as if you're blowing through a straw.
Yeah.
Doing straw while we were doing that. Easy to do them together. Yeah.
You can do the I am consciousness too at the same time. You can hold your head and do the I am through the inhale on through the nose and consciousness out through with a straw. It's a threefer. Hey,
Yeah.
we do layering here, baby. We take all the energy at once.
Yeah, I just had to tell you something real quick. I was on a live stream with her, and she was saying she calls a lot of the points here neurovasculars. And she told a story. She said she probably shouldn't have done it, but many years ago when she was getting started doing energy medicine in Oregon, she did not have clients, really paying clients. So she decided to go volunteer at this mental ward. And they accepted her, and she was there for her first day, and she went into the administrator's office, and she's sitting there waiting and waiting, and nobody's coming and nobody's around. And after a while, she finally just starts walking down the hall. And she said that the patient rooms you could see, and there were windows. And she looked into this one room, and there was this woman looking really like down. And she opened the door and walked in and said hi or something, and the woman just like went and laid down on her side with her back to her, and she said to her, can I hold your neurovasculars? And the woman didn't say anything, and she said, well, she didn't say no. So she went over and just held, I think it was like this, just pressing in. And she had experience with doing this with people, but she said she felt like she had to hold it and hold it and hold it, and she just kept holding it and just kept holding it for what seemed like an eternity. And then she took her hands away, and the woman gave this big sigh and said, hi, my name is so-and-so. What's your name? And just then, like, a nurse came in and whisked Donna out, and she got a talking to and all this stuff. But apparently the woman was in so much grief and trauma, she had not been able to speak for 2 years. Yeah. So she did that, and that was all Donna did. And apparently she's checked back with this hospital, and it was like 30 years ago that she did this, and they still use that technique.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great idea that all we have to do is put our fingertips on our foreheads and allow the stress and all the anxiety and all the worry and fear to release. We don't have to hang on to it. This is a divine release point. So why not just let go of that energy that we don't need, that doesn't serve us anymore, that's actually blocking the divine blessings from coming in? Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lisbeth.
Sure.
Wow, we've got some more intentions and the energy is running pretty high here. Carolyn, you're up next. And boy, I hesitate to think what's going to happen with this intention.
Oh God, I don't know. I was going to throw it to you. Just like, oh, you think you have your intention, and then all these other intentions happen, and then I go, oh, I don't know, what is my name? It changes. I guess it evolves. Oh, with love and light, it is my intention, and it is the intention, and I ask the divine for that touching of the heart that keeps us all in touch with who we are, and that there is trust, that we surrender to the trust, and that we are open to the wisdom, so that in these chaotic times, we can stand as our own light and a light for others. And I give thanks. I give thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, divine.
We give thanks, and so it is. Ooh, there was a lot of energy around that, Carolyn. That was really strong. Thank you. Thanks for bringing that in. And you
Wonderful.
did a marvelous job shaping that.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Just
Beautiful.
what we all needed. Oh man, Kelly, I bet you're ready for some good energy.
I am. Thank you. I like so many of you said, so many things that I was intending to intend for have already happened, but there's always more, right? There's always enjoy. And I have had the opportunity to do Ho'oponopono a fair amount this week. And I do realize that people grieve at different stages and that anger is one of those stages. And um, I just want to be a beacon of light and love. I just want to be the whole drive from Temecula to Pasadena, which is like an hour and a half. I did prayer that I be a leader of love because one colleague keeps sending me vicious things about how it's so and so's fault and blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not what people need right now. What people need right now is love and community. And then I was like, well, you know what? She probably lost her house in Pacific Palisades, even if she is in Texas. And she's probably grieving, you know. So I'm wanting us all to be leaders of love. And it might be tough love. I haven't answered her yet. But so my intention is in love and light, we are all guided to be leaders of love, to stand in our truth and in our values and share those with others in compassionate, loving ways, that we understand the needs and, misunderstandings of others, and that we each are guided for what is ours to do, what is ours to let go of, and what is ours to stand up to and provide. So I say for myself and my family that we are guided on how to prepare our extra home for others to live in who have lost theirs in the fires, that we are divinely guided in that for everyone's highest good, and that we all are guided in all of our activities for everyone's highest good, our own and others as well. For that I give thanks. I declare it is done, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. That was really beautiful, Kelly.
Oh,
Really beautiful, and a
Powerful.
lot of energy around that.
You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Ooh, wow. Now, Lisbeth, you said you've got another thing you want to share. And Michelle, I know you have to leave in a quick second, but I want Lisbeth to share before you go. Can you unmute Lisbeth? There we go.
Yeah. I just want that there was another story that was shared on this live stream. Apparently, and I don't know how long ago this was, but I sense that it was at least a few years ago. Donna Eden's husband, David, fell and had a concussion, and it was bad enough that they needed to do brain surgery. And they were prepping for it, and they said it's going to be like 7 to 10 days. You're not going to be able to move. You're going to have to be like upside down kind of thing. You're not even going to be able to get out of bed. all this stuff and, preparing them for it all. And one of Donna's daughters went to the hospital to visit David the day after his surgery, so the next day, and his bed was empty. And she went to check. Apparently, he was doing so well, he was discharged. So, and that's with, Donna and David and the family doing these energy medicine things. So,
Yeah, beautiful.
just food for thought for you, Michelle.
Absolutely. Georgie, I see you've got a raised hand. Did you want to contribute something?
Yes, and during Kelly's um, intention, we all going to work together and find solutions for a safer and better world. And I had that yesterday during the intention, but I had to leave early. And it came to me again. We have to work together and not blame each other.
Yes. So beautiful. Thank you, Georgie. A wonderful reminder. That is amazing. All right, we've got beautiful Arlene. We want to celebrate you and then support your intention. So
Thank
if you want to unmute, there we go. What can
you.
we help you celebrate?
Well, I'll tell you what, there are several things I want to celebrate. One is that um, I had my friend Charlie, who's now in assisted living. His son came from Texas, and I had him stay at my house. And Carolyn will get a kick out of this because she sleeps around. She slept with him. First night she came to me and she said, "Mom, he closed the door. I couldn't get in to sleep with him." But then the next two nights he left the door open and he was just delighted. And Carolyn, Layla is, like I say, she sleeps around. She'll sleep with anybody. So anybody who's in my guest room, she'll sleep with them. But anyway, she's been around here through most of this session, listening in. I had just a remarkable experience this afternoon. You've probably heard me talk at different points about there's a guy in my office and I don't particularly like him and he's just kind of irritates me and yada yada. And none of our conversations have been particularly cordial for a long time. So this afternoon I was doing my work and he was out in the front office working with a client, one of our clients, and he was explaining to this guy and and I thought, wow, he is really good at that. He's listening and he's explaining beautifully and he's just doing a great job. So when he came back in his office, it was almost at the end of the day, and I said, "Chris, I hope you won't be offended by what I'm going to tell you." But I want you to know I listened to what you were doing and you were terrific. You were just terrific. And it was just so obvious to me that I had to say that. And then we had several sentence conversations after that were really quite amiable. Okay. I've got to work with him tomorrow on the job fair. And I think it's going to be a little different than it often usually is. So anyway, I'm just tickled that it was a shift in me. And my angel card for the year is authenticity. And so probably my intention has to do with getting in the flow of authenticity, being willing to do that. And I'm not sure how to say that, Elaine. Why don't you go ahead and add something for me, if you will?
Absolutely. In Love and Light, we hold the intention that Arlene is in flow with her divine authenticity. She lives as divine Arlene. That's how she shows up. And because she's willing to show up as that divine love and compassion, she witnesses the divine in everyone around her and celebrates that divinity with them, especially when they can't see it for themselves or they take it for granted. And so she becomes this magnet for everyone around her. They cherish and love and appreciate who she is, her divine, authentic self. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So beautiful, Arlene.
Thank you.
Mm.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Elaine.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, go ahead, Kelly.
So Arlene, when I was in practitioner studies, we used to talk about getting hit over the head with a 2x4 to, for God to get our attention. So we decided that it was okay to just have a little feather go floating by and that we didn't need the 2x4 anymore. And I completely forgot about that. So when I'm holding the intention for you to be your authentic self and to be guided when to speak and when not, first I saw the feather. And then I saw you throw a watermelon down in front of somebody to get their attention so that it didn't hurt them, but it got their attention.
Okay.
But then the feather came back again too. So I just thought I'd share that.
I will keep that in mind.
Don't
Thank
throw
you.
in watermelons though, please.
Are you kidding? Watermelon on a hot summer day is good stuff. Bring out the forks,
That's not what's happening here right now, I'll tell you.
No, it's pretty chilly at the moment.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
But
well,
thank you for that, Kelly. That's great.
I was chatting with Peggy and Dorji and Michelle. That was just us in the very beginning, and Michelle had done her celebration that reminded me to start the recording. And, I was reminded that the likelihood of you being born is an absolute miracle. If you look up the stats, the likelihood of that specific sperm and that specific egg finding each other, that you came all the way to term, because apparently miscarriages are extremely common, that you've made it all the way this far is a freaking miracle. Let's just be real here. You are the embodiment of a miracle. And so, one of the messages that I received from the divine is you are a blessing and you are blessed. And because you are a blessing, you have the right, the ability, and the obligation to bless. And therefore, you bless your food, you bless your water, you bless other people, you bless the situation. That's why I'm always doing this. I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, I'm so blessed right before because then that gets reflected back to me. And it just came to me today with all of your incredible guidance. Because you are a miracle, you direct divine miracles. That's what our intentions do. That's what our blessings do. And it doesn't have to be long or cumbersome or difficult. It can be instantaneous. And so, with love and light, we hold the intention that we honor ourselves as the miracle that we are. And with deep compassion and infinite divine love, we send miracles and blessings to everyone in distress, in despair, in need of any kind, knowing that all is well, they are whole, they are healed with divine love and miracles. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. How amazing that we get to witness miracles every day. And what a difference it makes when you look at somebody who, often it's a family member who drives you nuts, but it could be somebody else. When you look at someone and instead of thinking, man, that person is a real pain in my whatever, you can say, that person's a miracle. They're a real miracle. And as you see them as a miracle, you start to notice all the incredible blessings that they bring into your life. It's so funny. I'll tell my husband every day, I tell him how much I love him and that he's just amazing. He says, oh, yeah, what have I done this time? And he rolls his eyes at me. And then I start making this list of, well, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do that. Of course, I love and adore you. Why wouldn't I? I'd be an idiot if I didn't. And so what happens first? We speak it into existence, and then we witness the reality of it. You are a miracle. I witness this reality of you being a miracle for me, and I am blessed by the miracle that you are. Especially blessed by all of you. And thank you for taking the time to join me. You are so generous with your time, with your love, with your genius. I am so honored and grateful that we have this time together. Thank you. And I hope you have a miraculous week. I'll look forward to celebrating with you again next week.
Thank
Right
you.
back at
Thank you, Elaine.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Take
Lots of
care.
love.
Bye-bye.
Peace
Oh.
and joy.